Welcome to Pathway to Faith Enrichment, brought to you by the pastor and church family of Sanctuary of Praise, Mary and St. George's. The Sanctuary of Praise is a member church of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies. Our pastor, Reverend Philip Chase, will be sharing a word that is divinely inspired and relevant for all times. We do extend a warm invitation to you as you join us in this telecast. I am Paul Isaac for Sanctuary of Praise.
When no one else is there, when no one else is dependable, you are dependable, God. Hallelujah. Jehovah Jireh, my provider, you are more than enough for me. Jehovah
We have reasonably been long camping in the field of discovering all what Jesus wants his church universal and us as a local church what we should do and what we ought to do. I have found out that he has us on a line upon line, layer upon layer. peeling away the truth we often overlook. Peeling away the truth we have not discovered. We did not know. We did not understand. Sunday after Sunday, he laid out the information to us for our knowledge, our obedience, and our joy. He is speaking to us, and the church is listening. This morning in this series, we'll be looking at preserving the fruit. St. John's Gospel 15:16. And in the midst of this morning's prophecy, the Lord spoke the introductory words to the text of our subject matter today. He spoke what I would be preaching on this morning, or what I will be reading on this morning, because I would not be completing this line of presentation as it stands. But he did a preliminary introduction to us, so I may follow after him in the order in which he set the text. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain. Go, bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain. Let thy anointing rest with the word, with your people. That access to our hearts and spirit freely achieve. And the word will do its work. Bless your church and your servant. Lay your hands upon him. In Christ's name with thanksgiving. Amen. The farmer labors long and hard in the field, awaiting the day of harvest. The day when the vine will begin to produce, that he may have a return on his labor, that he may have a harvest from his field. He walks in the sun, in the rain, and if his region has snow, in the snow. He is consistent and diligent with his labor and his farm hands. That the investment in seed, producing crop, would in due course bud, blossom, and bring forth a harvest. He may choose the harvest for personal usage. He may choose to share his harvest with his friends and loved ones and neighbors. He may choose to sell the fruit. What is essential to him is that the investment brings a yield, brings seed in the fruit for the multiplication of the fruit in due course. He seeks to ensure that the fruit, when harvested, is preserved, is protected, is stored in safe places where weevils and bollworms cannot infect it and bore holes through them, so losing the value on the investment. Seeks to ensure the sanitization of the environment against all risk factors. That the fruit may remain and the seed kept alive for sowing next time of sowing. The Lord said, I called you, I ordained you, I sent you out, and I said to you, bring forth fruit. And that your fruit should remain. We may wish to say what a strange statement. A thoroughness, a careful thinking through on the process of harvesting, storage, and guaranteeing fruit and seed for future investment. He is conscious of the necessity of the fruit harvested and the fruit reaped be preserved, be protected, be shielded, and be lodged in safe places. What should be done what can be done? What would be done to ensure the guarantee that your labor is not wasted, that your time is not wasted, that your money spent is not wasted, that the training and empowering of the laborers for efficient labor exercise, that the seed will have the fullest possibility of surviving the transition period. Every farmer will tell you there's a cost involved in farming. Whether you are privately, personally doing it, or you have hired hands. And the very word hired hands tell you, you have to pay them. You have to buy manure, fertilizer, chemical treatment to ensure that strange stuff don't eat. The budding plants and the leaves. It is labor intensive for the farmer who is in farming for and as a means of living or as a means of personal sustenance. It is intense labor, rising early in the morning, most times before the sun comes up, that he can have maximum production before the sun begins striking his head. And he sometimes go late into the afternoon, into the night, to take maximum use of the coolness of the evening. Farming is labor intensive. It is hard work. It is sacrifice. And one does farming because he loves it. If you don't like farming, you will not farm. You will buy the produce in the market. You don't want your hands to get corn. You don't want a breeze into your skin. You don't want your hand to grow calluses. You don't want your nails to get hard and have moles, mud between the nail and the skin and outer skin and nail. You want to look refined, soft, and nice. Smelling good too. You farm because you love it. You appreciate your eyes. Behold the systematic growth of the various plants you may have planted, and watch them over time grow from one level to our next level to our next level, and your eyes are delighted just to watch across your field and see trees growing all together at the same time. And then begin to throw out the flowers, telling you it's time for the fruit to begin to come in. And you leave the stalk, you leave the tree to mature fully, that the fruit may also mature fully. That when you harvest, it is not immature fruit you are harvesting. Fully matured fruit, completely grown to full maturity. Whether the color will indicate to you its readiness and ripeness or not. But you wait till the fullness of time to harvest. And after you have harvested your fruit, you bring your fruit home. How can I preserve my fruit? How can you preserve your fruit? What should be done? The following is what we can do. Seeing that our fruit is not an apple or a golden apple or a tangerine. It is people. It is people. How can we preserve the fruit? We can preserve the fruit by loving people. Loving people. People born into love return to love wherein which they were born all the time. They go back there again and again and again because there is love. That is all what they have known. That's all they knew. Love. 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 So our first treatment to the fruit is a treatment of love. That's the first treatment, the first precaution, the first safeguard is to love the fruit. Love is sacrificial service. Love is sacrificial service. New babies need 24-hour supervision. Mommy or daddy constantly watching over that newly born baby to ensure there is no entanglement of external physical stuff. The baby is always free. You're in the kitchen cooking, you run from the kitchen into the bedroom, over the crib, you look to see what's taking place. You're in your laundry, the machine is going off, or probably your hands are going off. You tongue all clothing, all pots, all spoons, rush back into the bedroom or wherever you have the baby to again give supervision to ensure the safety of that young baby. Love is sacrificial service. Help them where you can. Help them up the road, down the road, across the streets. Help them on their journey of faith in Christ. And people will always respond to love. Will always. Would not they want to stay in your environment? Or in your house? Or in your tent? You want to stay close to you. They are drawn close to you. They want to stick with you. Because they experience love. They feel love. Secondly, create an environment of acceptance. Second safeguard. Create an environment of acceptance. Value them as priceless. Don't look down on them. Don't crisscross eyes against them. We could fast and pray for people to get saved and they can come in here often. Jesus is a psychologist. The psychology of the human mind, he understood, and the cognitivity of the human inner sense of self, he knows fully that that must be met. We have to think with our mind and think with our heart. The fruit wants an environment of acceptance.
Have a home prepared.
We are glad that you are able to join us for today's telecast, and we look forward to having you share with us again. If you have no church community, we invite you to consider making Sanctuary of Praise your church family. A warm welcome awaits you. We are located in Marion, St. George's, and our family worship time is 8:45 a.m. every Sunday. Should you be in need of prayer, you can call 443-5214 or 443-2332. Our email is sanctuaryofpraisegrenada@yahoo.com, or write to Sanctuary of Praise, Post Office Box 3569, St. George's, Grenada. I am Lawrence Ross for Pathway to Faith Enrichment. Goodbye, and God bless you.